So here we are in Stratford upon Avon, and we are walking through one of the main streets towards the town hall, which you can see over there, and we're going into the light, so it looks a bit dark at the moment, but we're going to go down here past some old houses with cobbled upper floors coming out over the path a bit. So, and we're going past the Garrick. Lovely, lovely old pub, look, 1594. Lovely half-timbered places. And first of all, I'd like to say, well, let me say, we're in Stratford upon Avon, Warwickshire, United Kingdom. There we are. It's a nice old building. Pity we're facing into the sun. You can't see it very well. It's all lovely red brick. And across there is nice. So, yes, so we're walking along here in Stratford upon Avon, Warwickshire, UK, and first of all, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, ringing the bell, and a special thank you to all those who have already subscribed. That is great. And if you haven't subscribed and you're a regular viewer, why not subscribe? That would be great, thank you. And if you're just a casual viewer, there's nothing to stop you, so... But thank you very much. You've all enabled me to get now. I've just gone past the 3,000 subscribers, and that's not many compared to some of these sites, but for me it's a great achievement, and you have made it possible, so thank you. That's all I can say. Look at that sun. Can you see it? Just a tiny little silvery circle. Another Shakespeare's new place. Don't know what that is. Site of Shakespeare's family home from 1597 to 6. They're milking this for what they can, aren't they? You can see through there a few bits and pieces, and that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, they're milking it for what it's worth. I mean, we know Shakespeare was here, but, well, good luck to him. That's what I say. If you've got it, milk it. Afternoon.
Welcome to the Guild Chapel.
And you've got those beautiful early murals.
Yeah, they date from the 1490s.
1490. I'm filming, by the way, so that's handy to have.
Okay, well, you've got any questions, I can tell you a bit more about the chapel.
How old is the stained glass?
That's quite recent. In fact, there's a reference to John F. Kennedy on the bottom.
I was going to say, it's quite bright for a medieval glass.
No, unfortunately, all of this glass would have been lost in the Reformation. So the original chapel was built in 1269 by the Guild of the Holy Cross, which was a religious guild. But the paintings were 1490s.
Wow. And
they were only about 3/4 of a century old when they were covered up. Instructions of John Shakespeare, William Shakespeare's father, who was on the council in various positions, and they were lime washed, so they weren't destroyed. But ironically, William Shakespeare was born 3 months later, in April 1564, so 3 or 4 months after it was covered. So he would never have seen this scene. You have just walked past the house, the only house in Stratford that Shakespeare owned, New Place. So he would have known this chapel very well, but he will have never seen what you are seeing today.
Good gracious.
I can show you, when they were uncovered in the early 1800s, a man called Fisher painted them. So this is why we know what all the paintings in this chapel would have looked like. So it's a classic Doom painting, Doom in Judgment. Yeah. So the save, to going to the left, you can make out St. Peter. There were the keys to the kingdom of heaven. The interesting aspects are to the right, though. You've got the... they look as though they're in an après-ski hot tub. at the bottom, but they're actually all being boiled alive for eternity.
Oh,
You've got the deadly sins being dragged to hell. You've got very unusually a yellow-clothed devil, normally naked. So we lost 99% of our art in space of 2 reigns, Elizabeth and prior to that, Edward VI.
That's similar to the one, well, in principle anyway, to the one in Trinity in Coventry. Have you seen that one?
Do you know, I have actually, but
they discovered that in a similar way, I think.
Yes. I must pay a visit to Coventry. I haven't been to the centre for ages because they've opened the Guildhall as well. But
yes.
I'm just reading a book on the Black Death, and there is a painting, and that is from Salisbury.
Similar, yeah.
Very, very similar.
The principle was there. There was no internet, was there?
No. And of course, many of the people were illiterate, so they wouldn't be able to read about it. But you have the visuals, which would actually say to you.
And this is obviously still used as a chapel.
Yes, it is. It's still consecrated. In fact, there was Holy Communion here this morning. There's occasional.
And how often do we have evensong?
Well, that's a good question. There is choral evensong here on Saturday, which you might come along to. I don't think it's every Saturday necessarily. And of course, it's still used by the school. So the school that Shakespeare went to, because next door we have. So it was built by the Guild of the Holy Cross. And they also built the Guildhall in the 15th century. So this is 1269. The Guildhall came later, 1418 to 20. And it's also where Shakespeare went to school. So
what have we got in the corner here?
Well, in the corner, this is actually only conserved and treated in, I think, around about 2016. So this is a medieval, early medieval English poem called Earth Upon Earth, which is also reminding us that we have to be very careful about what we do on earth because we all return to dust. So you could be a wealthy king or a bishop or a queen or a princess, and we all go that way. Because on this wall here, at the time of Hamlin, you have the Dance Macabre, the Dance of Death. Again, that's what it would have looked like. This was a very popular scene.
Shining.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Very popular scene in the 15th century. So post-Black Death, which is in the 14th century. So people think, but again, you've got a close-up. You've got these rather gruesome skeletons dancing along with an archbishop and a king. So you might think you're powerful here, but you're going to turn into us before you know it.
Oh my word. That's I've actually written a poem about that very thing. So, yeah.
You're a poet.
I'm going to stop here because I think we've got most of it. So thank you very much. And what was your name?
Marcus.
Marcus, thank you so much. So bye for now, and we'll pick up again outside the chapel.